Week 1 of Athletes Unlimited Volleyball is in the book. Season 2 has started with a bang. The world's best have returned to Dallas. On the line, a one-of-a-kind individual championship inside the ultimate team sport. This week, 2 Olympians and 2 rookies sat in the captain's chairs. Tonight, they lead their squads to battle. Betania de la Cruz, Natalia Valentin Anderson carry the international experience. Rookies Lauren Stivrins and points leader Danny Drews carry the crown for the first time. Does experience see the way through, or do youthful hearts come out on top? Clear eyes, full heart, can't lose in the great state of Texas. Week 2 of Athletes Unlimited Volleyball starts right now. Inside historic Fair Park, in the shadow of the Cotton Bowl, it's Team De La Cruz taking on Team Valentin Anderson. Whether it's livestock race cars or the best volleyball players in the world, it's always a show to be seen inside this wonderful arena. Welcome inside, everybody. Kevin Barnett once again alongside former professional player Heather Cox. And Heather, we're 1 week into this thing. What came out of week 1?
Well, there's a lot of things that I noticed, Kevin. The biggest, I think, is just the strength of this rookie class. So many strong players coming fresh out of college. And then also that the scoring system really rewards consistency. We're also seeing incredible defense, a lot of long rallies due to the amazing libero play. And I just love the depth that we've seen top to bottom in this league so far, Kevin.
All right, well, who stands out in this particular format? You know by the leaderboard, and that is our top 5 on the leaderboard coming out of week 1. That is Danny Drews on the strength of a 410-point performance in one night. That ranks 10th all time. She rises to number 1.
Yeah, she's one of the biggest surprises coming fresh out of college. And you see a lot of international flair with Betty De La Cruz and Natalia Valentin Anderson. And then Lauren Stivrins, another one fresh out of college. And then again, international experience with Shayla Castro from Brazil.
Right, a middle blocker gets in there. That is also encouraging with the scoring format. All right, look at Natalia Valentin Anderson.
Yeah, 2016 Olympian from Puerto Rico, and showing her experience with her ability to really deliver the ball to any area of the court. So good in transition with those quick feet, and then watch the way she changes the direction of the ball. Everybody moving to the outside, boom, she flicks it to the right side, and Danny Drews. Also, what about the defense? The pancake, keeping the ball alive for her team. She is a threat on every area of the court, and this time getting it done offensively as a front row setter, getting the kill for her team, catching the defense off guard. Now on the other side of the net for Team Orange and Betty De La Cruz, captains for the 6th consecutive week dating back to last season. Starts with some offensive threat and power on the right side of the court, and then defensively, watch her lateral movement, setting the block, using her eyes to watch that hitter. And then how about some transition defense? Gets pulled into the middle of the court, and then boom, attacks out of that zone. So versatile and so experienced, Kevin.
Indeed, these 2 captains ready to dish it up here in our first match of what will be 6 on the week. Every weekend at 10 a.m. Pacific, we have a new draft and new teams. How about some highlights coming out of this past Sunday?
Yeah, the deck has definitely been shuffled, but what stands out to me is one, Erin Fairs, the biggest move up the draft board after being picked number 35 in week 1, rose 13 spots to number 22, getting it done on offense and defense. Now, Tori Dilfer, she moved up 11 spots, proving that she can provide value on the court, not just as a setter, but with her leadership and defense. And how about the libero? Noma Velez Agasco also moved up 11 spots, picked 6th this week. The first libero helps that she has an incredible relationship with her captain, Betty De La Cruz, have played against each other internationally for years.
Keep an eye on the value of individuals as well as positions as we go through the weeks on Sundays. How do you get to the captain's chair? How do you score? How do you win this title? Your win points matter hugely. We'll talk more about that tonight as it did last week. 60% of your points come from that. 36% from your individual stats. Then there's the MVP voting.
Yeah, the MVP, each player votes, gets 3 names, no order, they're tallied up. And also the Unlimited Club members get to vote, a total of 3 MVPs selected following each match.
I know someone else who wants to vote, but we're not giving her a vote this year. Key Michael, the 3rd member of our crew, Olympian, is roaming the land here. What do you have for us? Key, welcome in.
Guys, I'm just living my best life, you know. I'm down here on the sidelines, just hanging out with my friends that are playing volleyball. And for fans at home, if you guys want to get as close as possible to these ladies right here, all you got to do is tag me on Instagram or on Twitter. Use the hashtag KeyCam. If you have any questions or you just want to like have a chat, I can make that happen. So that's what we're doing here.
Yeah, specific requests, you'll take them.
I'll take them.
Look at our starting lineups. We mentioned the captain. Karstelo returns to the option of just playing.
And I think we're going to see a great Karstelo after being a captain. I think she's got a lot less pressure on. We saw her rack up 22 kills in the opening match. Look for her to be an offensive threat behind the setting of Valentine Anderson.
Yeah, an athletic group there facing off with a experienced group here. Took a setter first, did Betty.
And how about the international flair we're seeing for Team De La Cruz? We've got a setter from Thailand in Tom Kam, the opposite Shayla Castro from Brazil, middle blocker Ari Zhu from China, and of course the libero Noma Velez Egasto.
Both sides are set to go inside Fair Park. This is just the beginning of week 2. We'll be with you all the rest of the week into the weekend, Friday and Saturday night. We will have 4 more matches in total after this evening's festivities. There is the key cam down with Team Valentine Anderson. They'll be wearing blue and some of those incredible AU warm-ups. Really like the gear this year. You can shop AU Pro Sports. And you too can get involved in the game and feel like a pro as Lindsay Stalzer, who is a consummate professional, steps back to serve.
Yeah, Stalzer has played professionally in 10 different countries, 3-time Philippine Grand Prix champion.
Yeah, and Cause 1% for the Planet. Remember, we do have the Cause program sponsored by Give Lively. At the end of the year, every player receives an end-of-season bonus. Give Lively Foundation will donate a 50% matching fund to each one of those causes. That ends up being more than $150,000 at the end of the year given to the causes that these women have partnered with for the season. There is Nutsara Tomcom.
One of the coolest and most unusual aspects of this Athletes Unlimited Pro League. I love it. Playing for a cause.
First serve, ready to go. Valentine Anderson in blue, Team De La Cruz in orange. Right to Nomaris. Karsta block, but covered. It is hard to put the ball down in Athletes Unlimited. Scramble play. Castro overhead, good spot by Stalzer. Down the line, there's finally a winner from Valines. Madison Valines out of Kansas.
And if there isn't a rally that sums up Athletes Unlimited better than that, I don't know that I've seen it. So much great coverage, so much great defense, so much veteran play. Incredible start to this week 2.
Deja McClendon there, kind of a whipsaw effect for McClendon. Goes from being captain to sitting on the bench for match number 1 of week 2.
And I know she's very frustrated with that. Definitely disappointed in her offensive output in week 1. Has a chance to do something about it this week.
Yeah, this is the Texas Hold'em of volleyball formats. The swings will get you. Beautiful play underneath it, but not quite enough lift from the captain.
You know, you talked about how we might see a little bit more production from somebody like a Karstelo this week because she's not a captain and can focus purely on playing and performance. And then you look at somebody like Betty De La Cruz. She was built for this, just thrives on wearing those multiple hats of being not only the captain but the star player of her team. She's just such an incredible leader, as we see an ace from Team De La Cruz.
That's Ari Zhu. Keep an eye on that right hand. Heavily bandaged, had a thumb injury early last week. At times was unable to play. And you have to wonder, will the backup get some action on this side? Backup middle blocker will be Emma Willis for Team De La Cruz. But a good start for Ari. Another tough serve. Working on Stalzer. Oh, that ball just ping-ponged back and forth and out of bounds. That is Valines again. She can heat it up on the outside.
Had 200+ leaderboard points in all 3 matches of week 1. No surprise, she was a high draft pick here in week 2.
Perfect pass from De La Cruz. That ball into the cage for the stretch and the kill.
And that's something too, Kevin, with this scoring format that you think, especially for the middles, I mean, look at the chemistry all night between McCage and Tom. These middles are playing with new setters every week, unless by coincidence they have the same setter, which is so rare. So the timing and the chemistry is something that you have to figure out in a hurry.
That ball past the left front, that's generally the Bermuda Triangle. McCage, soft touched, picked up. Both liberos making plays early, and there's a stuff block in the middle from Bastianelli. Ali Bastianelli, second-year player, originally out of Michigan. Played her ball at Illinois in college. And Ali, surprising to me, was quite far down the leaderboard. Ali Bastianelli found, gosh, well into the second half of the group.
Because she did a great job with blocking, picked up some aces, just didn't have, I think, the set match team win points that she needed.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened, Heather. People need to know that. Your team has to win for you to win this title. It's not a case of you being able to power it by your stats.
Absolutely. I mean, it's a beautiful blend of individual and team success. You really need both, as Danny Drew showed by getting those 410 points on the final night of week 1. You need both to be in perfect concert to have success.
A lot of action outside early in the lines. What do you think about the choice to get the lines going at the start of this match?
I love it. Establish that outside early, and then that opens things up in the middle. And I think that the 1-2 punch of Stalzer and the lines on the outside for Team Blue is a very strong combination.
They can pass. This whole thing's going to be deadly. The lines, nice defensive play. Outside Stalzer. Oh, nice dig by Fairs. Whew, that's a heater. If you think you can dig that at home from your couch, you're wrong. We'll put your couch right there. We'll just sit on the 10-foot line and have you lay down on it. If it hits any part of your body, it's good, and you're still not going to dig it. Molly McCage played at Texas. Playing for the Union of Concerned Scientists this year, and a tough serve there from McCage. And some defense from number 5. Tip perfectly placed, the veteran Sheila Castro.
And that is just veteran savvy. So rare to see an opposite hitting out of the back row and actually open hand tip from behind that 3-meter line, and nobody was expecting it.
Yeah, the interesting thing we're talking earlier about following the values of positions. Karstelo drafted at number 2 at the opposite spot. The next pick, Shayla at 14. So the captain's not really seeing a lot of difference in other opposites outside of Karstelo.
I absolutely agree, whereas in the middle blockers, I think that people are trying to grab them in a hurry, and the top 3 liberos are getting snatched up, so it definitely you're seeing a disparity, and depending on which position it is, how people strategically are choosing to draft that position.
All right, the setters moved up this week.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, the setter position obviously so important. It determines your entire team's hitting success, the ability to show balance and really spread the court. You're seeing how valuable good setters are.
Bastianelli goes long. Serving was a strength of hers this last week. She was one of 6 players with 4 aces on the weekend. Stalzer, Castro, Stivrins, Valentin Anderson, Bastianelli, and Drew. So a lot of those players in this match are serving well throughout the entirety of week 1. Shot, Betty overpass, put away, nicely done, Arizu.
Kevin, you were talking about how many aces we saw in week 1, a surprising amount of aces really per match, about 2.5 aces per match, which is for the women's game a little bit higher than I would say they average, and shows the strength of all these strong float servers.
Yeah, 2.5 aces per set.
Excuse me, yes, thank you.
That ball is missed wide. 9-5, an early advantage. Team Delacruz, kind of a workman-like performance thus far to build this 4-point advantage. Sarah Tom started playing on the national team in Thailand at the age of 17. And overcall will be another error, and I would expect a timeout.
This is another interesting part of the Athletes Unlimited mold is, yes, you've got your captain. Those are the top 4 on the leaderboard. Well, they are in charge of substitutions, calling timeouts, coming up with practice plans, and they talk to their facilitator, which is like a coach on the bench without as much responsibility, and determine whether or not, hey, I'm going to call timeouts or I need you to do that. So each captain works differently with each facilitator to decide how they're going to do that.
Joe Trinzi working with Natalia Valentin Anderson, and she looked over at Joe right before that last play, and he waved it off. They mutually decided no timeout. They got the side out.
Yeah, good call. Momentum back to Team Blue.
Betty, did she catch some hands? No, that was a chunker right there.
Yeah, if you guys could hear it at home, I mean, she just mishit that ball, just caught it on the wrong part of her hand. She thinks she got a touch. And she, as a captain, can call for that challenge. That is what is being signaled.
All right, we'll see how right Betty is or isn't. 2 challenges per team, per set. If we were to go to a golden set, if we're tied on aggregate at the end of 3 sets, then you would get 1 more challenge per side. You can't carry them with you. You can't invest in them. They do not go up in value. These are not crypto challenges. These are captain's challenges. Let's take a look.
Take a look and see if you see it hit any fingertips. Oh, I think she might be onto something. I think she got the index finger of Lindsay Stalzer.
Well, Betty isn't even going to wait for the official. Betty has decided from the replay in stadium that she has the point, and she's going to go back to serve.
Another look at the net. Watch to see if the ball changes directions at all, or if you see the finger wiggle. I think it's the left index finger of Stalzer gets the touch.
But Danya is right. That high, flat shot, that's a Betty shot.
Tether. Are you going to give me 12 points?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, thanks. I appreciate that.
They're going to get the Geico leaderboard up there in a minute.
Okay,
Geico
perfect.
announcer leaderboard. Yeah.
I might have embellished those 12 points. I'm not sure it's worth that much, but good luck from the truck.
Who's your nonprofit partner?
Oh, I've got to give that some thought.
We'll look at the Geico leaderboard, updated at live pace. So you'll see it changing as this first match happens. And then we have to wait for the second match to watch everyone climb back in. Next team, Valentin Anderson is making a little headway here into that what was a 10-5 lead.
So as we mentioned, you can get individual points, like 8 points for a kill, 12 points for an ace, but you also get penalized heavily for errors, -12 for a hitting error, -8 for a service error, so you've got to play really consistent. And then, of course, there's that team component, Kevin. 40 points per set, 60 points for the match win.
Let's check in with Keith.
Hey guys, can you hear us?
You found a friend.
I did find a friend. I found Jesse. This is Ryan's husband, but also my friend, because Ryan and I played 2 seasons in France, and you were there. But mainly, you were the star of the show. When I came down to Puerto Rico for the off-season spotlight, did you have fun?
Yeah, we have fun. I hope you have fun.
I had so much fun. You showed us around. We got to see where you live. And now you're here, and I'm so happy you are. What's it like seeing Rai again playing?
I'm excited, you know, like with all this happening, the COVID and all the stuff, seeing my wife playing again, you know, in this level, and with these all great players, for me it's like amazing, you know. I'm excited.
Yeah, and you're also a volleyball player.
Yeah.
So when you guys get off the court, are you talking about volleyball? Are you guys giving each other tips and tricks?
We always do, like, you know, a little tips, you know, but try not to be like, sometimes she like, stop talking about volleyball, please, I want to talk about other things, you know, but yeah, we help each other a lot.
I know, are you guys competitive? Because I know when we were in the gym, you guys were both lifting hard, but also having fun.
Yeah, we're having fun, like, we like to compete. We are players, you know, players like to compete, so you are a player too, and you like to compete, so
yeah.
We are always like having fun trying to compete against each other, you know, but in a good way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. And if you could tell us one thing we don't know about Rai, what do you think it would be?
Okay, like right for sleep, she have to like do this in her, I don't know how you call this.
Her eyelashes?
The eyelashes. Yeah, she do this kind of stuff, like she's always doing like this for sleep. I don't know.
Oh.
You know how to explain.
To fall asleep, she has to soothe herself to
yeah,
sleep.
like the eyelashes, she like.
Well, now we know, Rai. Thank you so much for being on the broadcast,
Kiki.
and we'll see you next time.
Yeah. for sure.
Back to you guys.
Next time I have insomnia, I know what to do.
You've got the trick, the ride
Good
trick. So Key mentioned that Jesse's a volleyball player. Well, not just any volleyball player. He's a professional volleyball player, member of the Puerto Rican national team. I mean, all-out stud on the court.
He had a lot of fun down there in the offseason spotlight.
I bet. Could you imagine the two of them playing a little mixed doubles?
Oh, brutal. Yeah, one center, one hammer.
Team I don't want to go against.
That's trouble, yeah. It's like the answer to a Jeopardy question. Who are 3 people that have never been in my kitchen, and what is a team I don't want to play? Betty out of the back row. This time dug up the lines. Can she turn it? Betty again. It's been a steady diet of Betania, the Big Beth. And I wondered, will we get a better Betty? Because she hit 198, she had no aces, 26 kills on 86 throughout the weekend. And if you look back to last year, that's almost 100 points below her season average last season.
Yeah, and I think she's just going to continue to get better. I mean, she's very accustomed to being a captain, but she's having to carry a very heavy load, as you can tell by the number of swings that she took in week 1. But it's not just the stats, Kevin, that make her so valuable. It's her leadership. I mean, she is such a calming force out there. She's the type of player that you just want to play next to. She gets the most out of her players and is sort of the prototypical captain.
Erin Ferris, who saw her draft stock go northward. Betania gets another kill off of that good pass from Ferris. Erin Ferris came in and really started to light it up. Just take a look at our overhead cam. We'll have this throughout the entire season for you. What are we looking for here, Heather?
Well, with this view, you can see so much movement. You can also see the areas of the court that are open, but watch on a good pass the crossing patterns of the setter and also how much the middle blocker has to go side to side. You'll watch them going from pin to pin, from the top of the screen to the bottom of your screen throughout any given round.
What you saw there was an absolute crush. Stalls, those lefts have started to go off already. That is the left side attackers for the women in blue. Look at Lindsay Stalder's numbers. She's already 4 for 6 on the outside. The line's currently 4 for 11, but no errors for either one. That ball is banged off the block and out of bounds. 17-12. What was it like to be a part of week 1 on the floor, in the game? Here goes a little taste.
Love it. How you feel, my girl? Good, you? Good. I was just telling the mic that it's an honor for me to play on your team finally.
Oh, yeah.
After all these years looking up to you. Thanks for believing in me.
Always. All right, hey, we can't give them any more, all right? We're playing right now. We step up, all of us. We do our jobs a little better. Let's go.
Here, and then if you see
Oh,
turning,
so like head up on her shoulders.
on her shoulder.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay, come on. Hey, let's get her run here. Walk. Get her run here. No! Oh! Damn. Regardless, I think we're like playing, we're not playing our game with like communication and energy. We just need to like calm down and go back to the basics. Woo! Yeah, Karsta! That's my captain! I'm back. Deja, I need you there, okay? Perfect, that was perfect. So inside. And you saw it, you saw the Rosha. Recover. Come on, one.
They're doing a lot of off speeds because they're like kind of timing's a little funky. So let's be ready for all tips, rolls.
Same. Gap behind over top. Gap behind over top.
Hear a lot of chatter from a lot of different women with a ton of experience. Erin Ferris in her 2nd season now. Watched her draft stock this last week rise 15 spots after excelling Friday and Saturday night. She had 7 kills, hit 313, followed that up with 9 and 231, and higher draft pick.
Yeah, those numbers will get you moved way up. I mean, look at that, providing value in every rotation on the floor. 2.7 kills per set, 3.8 digs per set. I mean, that's providing a ton of value.
And you saw her pass earlier lead to a Betania de la Cruz kill on the outside from Nutsara Tomcon. Our Geico leaderboard updating line. Betania de la Cruz has already passed Danny Drews, but that's because our points leader from last weekend hasn't gone on the floor yet. We'll have her coming up this evening.
You'll see a lot of orange and blue moving up the leaderboard because, as you mentioned, two of the teams play later.
We will be on Valley Sports later tonight with match number 2. Hope you'll join us. Hey fans, it's time to earn points for watching today's broadcast. Take out your phone, enter the code on the screen, and put that into your Athletes Unlimited app to earn points. Available in the Apple app or Google Play Store. You can start earning points to unlock exclusive rewards and stay in the know about Athletes Unlimited now and all year long. Big dig, no Morris. Back row fares. Lishman is also covering some ground. Pass set to Shayla, who's thrown back. Lindsay stalls her from the atmosphere.
And that has been a huge plus for Team Valentine Anderson. The blocking game has been instrumental so far in this match. We've seen it from the middle, and now we're seeing it from the outsides. Nice timing, and the hang time there to just catch Castro's tip.
Be interesting to see the team NVA here, how low Stalzer and Sebelden do. They went 1 and 2 last week together as a part of Team Low. Lyons chips that one to the deep line. That is just inside. Arizu comes up with the kill.
This is the highlight of my day so far, Kevin, is getting to see Shayla Castro's twins, Liz and Nina, before the game. They were having so much fun with their mom. I mean, just imagine like the star player also having to wear 2 hats and be the mom of the twins born in 2018. I mean, just so much for these professional athletes to be moms, to be wives, to be, doing everything and getting it done on the court as well.
Indeed, and receiving tremendous support from the league, bringing families here as that one cranked at 49 miles an hour off the right hand of Betania de la Cruz. There's a look at Shayla. This will be her final professional season for the Brazilian legend and 2-time gold medalist. Ripped down the line, over, pass, put away! Exclamation points being applied late in the set.
And Arizu coming up big, late, back-to-back kills, and this is just a gift to any middle blocker. Everybody that plays volleyball knows how good that feels. I mean, that was just a perfect set. Thanks, Team Blue.
Boom for the Big West right there, the former Long Beach State middle blocker. Team De La Cruz in control here in the first. A steadily built 7-point advantage over Team Valentine Anderson. Remember how important every point is. You're trying to get in that aggregate. What you do now could matter in the end. Let's hear from Betania de la Cruz about a very special relationship with Nomaris, her libero.
My second pick is libero, Nomaris Vélez Agosto.
Nomaris is a really good person.
We are best friends. That is something that I will always be grateful of. She played with Dominican Republic, I played with Puerto Rico in the national team, but I never had the opportunity to meet her, to know her as a human being.
We have a good relationship here. We never talked before AU, and immediately when we meet, we start to speak and we have a good connection.
And now she's my best friend. She's so important for me and she knows it.
Volleyball, such a game of relationships and chemistry on the court, and Betty De La Cruz knows the value of that by picking Noma as her #1 pick, the number 6 pick overall. And just that chemistry, especially with the libero, is so important. And Betty, as the captain of the squad, knows that she is the key figure that's going to be on the court at all times to really lift this team up, keep them in transition, and also provide that chemistry of the relationship that she talked about.
So far, the mix has worked for Team De La Cruz here in the first, 20-13. Team De La Cruz last week went 3-0. And those team wins are huge. It also matters how you do it. When you get a sweep, there's 180 team points available in every single match. And if you sweep, you get a financial bonus as well as all those points. And fans, I know you're with us now on a Wednesday. We've got a whole week planned for you. Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday. These teams will get drafted. Tune in live, the Athletes Unlimited Weekly Draft, hosted by Key Michael. You can see it all for yourself. Who's getting drafted first, where all your favorite players land, and what color jersey they'll be wearing. You can assess how well the draft went or didn't go for each one of the 4 captains. It is only on AU Pro Sports YouTube and Facebook. 10 a.m. Pacific time.
11 Mountain. You're just not going to go Eastern, are you?
Nope.
Nope.
Nope. You people are spoiled
We're West
out
Coast
there.
kids, guys.
We may as well quote the time in European time. Why not? All right, Team Valentine Anderson, a little bit of work to do underneath the setter. 2016 Olympian. Said she loves puzzles. Well, here's one for you. How do they get back into it?
Well, so far they've been very outside dominant with Valines and Stalzer, who have been great, combined for 8 kills, but you've got to get the middles involved, maybe get Karstelo more involved.
One of the things you're not going to do is rattle this crew with 3 women who have extensive international experience, all on the floor. Down the line again, Karstelo this time on the left-hand side. The left has been the most offense for the blue.
Yeah, that time they did what I asked. They got Karsta involved, but they got her involved on the left side of the court. Now Karsta will switch to her natural position, that opposite or right side as a lefty. That's her natural spot. So they really need to work on getting her the ball on that side of the court.
Morris, good pass. Fairs, smashes it. Joust ball, and that could have been a lift, doesn't matter, the ball falls. And it's 21 now for Team Delacruz.
We talked about Team Valentine Anderson being very outside dominant. Well, Team De La Cruz has been as well, thanks to Betty De La Cruz on 6 kills on just 10 swings. So it's been very efficient.
Harry Schway with the serve there. That one riding up a little bit too high on Utsara Tomcom. And it's 21-15. We have in the chair right now, Rai Santos. Where's the dinosaur costume? You couldn't wear it?
Yes, do you see it?
That was awesome.
I wanted to do a fun costume day.
Yeah, that was incredible.
We have more coming up, but I cannot tell. It's a surprise.
So with that, tell us about the energy of this whole event for you.
Oh, I'm loving it. The energy, the teammates, the environment, everything is just being great, and this is a place to be.
Right. Key earlier talked to your husband, Jesse, and, you know, we talked about his prowess on the court as well. How fun is it to have a marriage and a relationship and have him here when you guys are both so good at volleyball and talking shop all the time?
Oh, listen, I love it. It's one of my favorite things about our relationship. He understands me so much. I understand what he goes through. He supports me every time. I support him. And we get on each other whenever we're playing. Like, he tells me, oh, you need to do this. And I'll go, oh, no, you need to do that. But I love it.
Rai, has he told you anything specific leading up into this match, things that he wants to see from you?
Yes, he got here yesterday, and he just started talking about volleyball. I was like, babe, like, can we just relax for a minute and we will talk about volleyball tomorrow? Like, come on, we just got here. But no, he was just like, enjoy this opportunity. You're playing with big players around you. This is the place to be, like I said earlier, so have fun, yeah.
Yeah, big comeback going on for Team Valentine Anderson right now, 21-18. Can you take Key out tonight and feed her a bunch of garlic again? Can you make that happen? All right.
We'll do that.
Jump in the timeout, thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks, Rai.
Rai Santos. As Team Delacruz has given up a few here, 21-18. And we've seen this, you may have mentioned it earlier, Heather, the close competition in week 1 continues here into match 1 of week 2.
Well, and I think that just speaks to the balance and the depth of these 44 players that are competing for Athletes Unlimited. And we've also talked about just the strength of the defense and keeping balls in play and the cover. We're seeing long rallies and we're seeing back-to-back. And because of the scoring system too, I mean, players know that every point matters. So you're never seeing a team that perhaps you would in a different scoring format kind of not giving up, but not putting as much importance on just getting points, thinking that a set might get away. We are never seeing that here in Athletes Unlimited because they are groveling for every single point, knowing it helps them on the leaderboard.
I've known some teams that give up in a set.
I hate to say that because any athlete, you think, please don't let that be something that they do, but we've all seen it.
Yeah. All right, let's go into the action with Guaranteed Rate with Nutsara Tomcom.
We help each other, okay?
Yes,
If you see something, you tell me, okay?
Yes, if I see middle blocker, what they're doing, how they're moving, all that, you know.
Okay, thank you. Go ahead. Nati, she's a back row and she set the ball over. Yeah, right, you ask. And free ball we go cross, okay? Only free ball, okay? Good. With the ball back, I give you high, okay? Yeah, perfect.
Now serving for Team De La Cruz.
The experience of Nutsara Tomcom. So she started playing volleyball because her sister was going to the gym. And she found herself on the national team at just 17 years old, has played all over the world and one of the most respected setters on the planet.
And you know, the biggest reason that she is here playing for Athletes Unlimited right now is thanks to Jordan Larson, the top player from a year ago, #1 on the leaderboard. Has such international experience. We saw Jordan Larson win a gold medal in Tokyo this past summer for Team USA, and she reached out specifically to Nutsara Tomcom and said, you need to come play in this league. It is so good, so many amazing players, and you will love it. And Nutsara enjoying every second so far. And Kev, you know what my favorite part of hearing her mic'd up was just now is the very first thing we saw, which was Rai Santos and Nutsara talking together. So Rai is the backup setter right now on the bench, and hearing them talk before the match about, hey, this is how I can help you out. Rai saying, okay, I'll watch the block, and Nutsara asking her what she needs of her standing on the bench as a setter, and seeing that camaraderie with two people that are really competing for a spot on the court.
Yeah, if you're pushing your team forward, you're taking down those team points. Those apply to everybody on the roster, not just those who are on the court. So those 180 points can have you climbing due to team success. You don't necessarily have to be out there filling the stat sheet to find yourself advancing on the leaderboard. Thank our official partner, Geico, for their support of Athletes Unlimited. We will be here this weekend and 3 more until we hand out the awards at the end of the season. Checking in, number 17, Taylor Bruns Tegenroots. Recently married over the summer. Husband Anton drops that one outside. And she'll step into set. Oh, Tomcom, nice right hand. Thrown back by Bastianelli with the solo block.
And that's the biggest area that I think Team Blue has really differentiated itself. That is what has brought them back into this match. Their blocking game has been far superior to Team De La Cruz. Already 4 blocks now for Team Valentina Anderson.
Tough serve. Opportunity for another block here. Karsta. Off the hands, out of bounds, another point. 21-20. Seven of 8 points have gone to Team Valentina Anderson. Oh, make it 8. We are tied at 21.
You can never count anybody out in this league. That is the value of this scoring system. This is awesome to see such great comeback with consistent play and better blocking.
Another tough serve, Fairs for the lead. Into the fire.
And with
Team
that
Valentina
view,
Anderson.
Kevin, you can see the open area of the court. We call it that campfire defense. That's why you say into the fire. It's because that's the area that the block theoretically is supposed to take away.
Team De La Cruz on the ropes and calling timeout. They are down 21-22. Karstalo vocal in the huddle.
Yeah, I like that, seeing that little bit of a captain's role that she acquired last week. Now not the captain, but still being very much a vocal leader out there.
So on the other side, Lori Corbelli, the longtime coach, kind of laying back and letting a lot of the players dictate the timeout. We just saw an ace from Taylor Bruns Tegenruth. And for every ace during this year's Athletes Unlimited volleyball season, Aspiration will plant 10 trees. Heading into the evening, it was 450 already. We're creating a forest. Actually, I have to get an official ruling on how many trees makes a forest. 450 trees committed, thanks to the support of Aspiration as Aspiration Aces. And I will check with Grant and Julie Lichtman to see if that's enough for a forest yet.
Or if it's a grove. Okay, but that number up to 470. We've got 2 aces so far in this match tonight. So 20 trees planted during this first set.
Yeah, look at that. There are those 6 players, all with 4 aces coming out of week number 1. But a lot of them came in streaks. We had 1 or 2 back-to-back. Lauren Stivrins there with 4. She had 2 to close out 1 set on the evening.
A lot of that has to do with really attacking a weak serve-receive pattern.
Ali Bastianelli, she's had those tough serves. And just 1 ace per team in this set, but it came at the right time, late. And Team Valentine Anderson needed a little bit more fire. They have gotten it, and they are now in the lead. As mentioned earlier, if you want to get the all-new AU volleyball gear, you can check out the Athletes Unlimited merch, including the brand new player name and number tees. Go to shop.auprosports.com and purchase yours today. Key Michael is in a different shirt every time I see her. I think she just goes to the merch tent, takes whatever she wants, and walks away.
Yeah, she's rocking the look for sure.
Lower level, here we go, set 1. Remember, this is just match number 1.
That one's my favorite, Key. Love it. Dig, set, kill.
Key Michael, Olympian in 2012 for Team GB. Better gear, AU or Team GB? That's the question, Key.
Look at the go-go gadget arms, too. You've got to be 6'5" to play this role.
Oh, indeed. Selfie sticks attached. 22-21. Good pass. Castro, Doug. Yes, Bruns Tegenruth making a difference, but that one into the net.
And that's just lack of communication. That's just a team that gathered together on Sunday for the very first time after the draft and just not having the communication down.
What do you like? Do you want the cut there or you don't want the middle throwing it over free?
Oh, no, I want the cut.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. I always want to swing when you can get one.
Yeah, I feel the same way. Middles, get out of there. Just, I don't know, go into your transition or something. Stop trying to play balls in the middle of the court.
In case you guys were wondering at home, Kevin was not a middle.
Yeah, if it's not
Shocker.
set, if it's not set quick, keep your hands off it.
Oh, foot fault. Again, I swear they didn't call it, but
So close.
toe was on the line.
McCage, good high pass for herself. Back row, Betty Doug. Betty again with more defense, Ferris. Wow, scramble. And a big net violation. I think that's going to go, oh, I thought that was going to go the other way, but it must have been Karsta catching it with her hand.
Yeah, that set was so tight and so dangerous. You want to be really careful on those tight sets not to go under the net, step on anybody's feet. I mean, that's just a recipe for a knee or ankle disaster. Okay, check it out and see if anybody's into the net. Very tight set. Oh yeah, her hand, her fist.
Through the net.
Yeah, I think she was a fish caught in that net.
Yeah, net violation confirmed. I don't think there's much doubt here.
Yeah, watch her left fist go right through.
Oh, you know what though? The question is who touched it first, as both players look like they contacted it, but you can't
Well, I
put
think the net went into Team Orange because of Karsten.
Another foot fault. So we had some athletes in limited records set last week, and one of them was for foot faults by Shayla Castro. Shayla needs to back up about 3 feet.
Yeah, I really don't get it. There is no advantage to being 3 inches closer when you're on the end line serving, especially if you're getting called for a foot fault.
And Betty's going to challenge it, because why not? It's late in the set. You only have a few challenges left, so why not?
I thought she foot faulted the play prior to this, but here That left toe looks like it goes onto the white. If it's on any part of the white, it is a foot fault. I'm calling that a foot fault.
From that angle, that's a foot fault, but I would like to see a side angle if we have it. We know the kicks are on point. Yeah, that to me, what do you think, Heather?
I think it's a foot fault. It's close, but it's a foot fault. I mean, she just gets too close every time. I just step back a little bit, Shayla.
The only other player I've seen do this in the same fashion is Max Holt, Team USA. Just back up. Simple.
Boy, Max, boy, can he serve, huh?
Oh,
great top
yeah.
spin.
Indeed. Backslide good from McCage. Set point, Team Delacruz.
And I'm shocked, Kevin, that's the first time we've seen Molly McCage go behind the setter on that swing attack. She was so good at it in week 1.
What an amount of work done by Team NBA. That's Natalia Valentina Anderson to get to this point. Oh, he served to finish it. Fairs has it fall off the shelf. 25-23, and Aaron Fairs ace to end it. That is 10 trees and 40 points for Team Delacruz. Team Delacruz went 3-0 last week. They opened week 2 with a 1-0 lead in this one. Athletes Unlimited Volleyball is sponsored by Guaranteed Rates.
There is a path that leads to a community where everyone is welcome, where respect, teamwork, and passion pave the way. A path where greatness is born and legends are made. But wherever your path may lead you, it is yours.
Monster swing by Edmond.
Jasmine Jackson, you run the Athlete Causes program. You're also a softball athlete. Also played for USA Softball for a little bit. Throw that one in there. What's your favorite thing about the causes?
My favorite thing about Athlete Causes is that I get to learn about the whys of all of these different athletes. Everybody has an incredible story that makes them more than just an athlete, so actually being able to put this on display and then also send donations to those organizations, I think is like the coolest thing ever.
The Give Lively Foundation matches season end bonuses 50%, but who is the Give Lively Foundation?
The Give Lively Foundation is actually part of Give Lively, the social tech for good company. What they do is they match 50% of our end of season bonus and send that to any organization, nonprofit organization of the athlete's choice. Over the past 6 seasons, each season we've raised, or they've donated $150,000. And I'll put a little plus sign on that for each season. So add that up and that's the total amount we've donated, which is quite a bit.
That is quite a bit. Good job, Give Lively.
Boom.
And good job, Athletes Unlimited. Thanks,
Let's go, yeah, of course.
That program, powered by Give Lively, continues to make a difference. Each athlete plays a benefit for that nonprofit organization. The Give Lively Foundation makes a grant equal to 50% of the athlete's end of season bonus to their nonprofit partner. I hope you caught the number there. $150,000 plus after each season. Go to auprosports.com to learn more about it. Learn more about what's happening here. It's 25-23 at the end of set 1. Just a 2-point lead in the overall, what could have been more like a 7 to 10 point lead had Team De La Cruz been able to close out Team Valentin Anderson early on. As we look at the stats, Heather Cox.
Yeah, and I want to look at what Betty is writing on her tape on her fingers. We'll get a look at that when we can. But what I love about volleyball, I mean, you look at these stats, they are so balanced. It was a 2-point differential in that first set. Because there wasn't a huge difference. Valentin Anderson better digging, better blocking. That was the huge, differential. 5 blocks to none, but Team De La Cruz gets the win because of its service game and because of its balance. And Betty, oh, look at Key getting in there. I love it. Ask and ye shall receive. Thank you, Key.
Key is right in the huddle.
Oh, that's her son, Fair. I love that. BF, are we going with best friend? But that FER is her son's name for sure. That's so sweet.
Betty with a little extra flair after hitting 420 in that first set. Mentioned she came in hitting 198. So 420, that is some good output. And the wings, the outside lefts performed exceptionally well for Team NVA. They really picked it up late in that set as well as early.
Yeah, and I liked the blocking game, and we did see so much. I mean, both teams are really outside dominant. I think if I'm in both of those huddles, I'm saying to my teammates, we've got to run the middle more. To do that, you've got to pass better. I mean, Carstolo, 6 kills for Team Blue, Betty De La Cruz, 6 for Team Orange, and they need to get that middle involved so the blockers can't really camp out on Karsta and Betty here in the second set.
To that point, I'm waiting for Liana Sabelden to have a breakout moment here. She had a rough first week, hit 0, 1 for 3 right now.
Yeah, she was frustrated with her first week performance, and she definitely wants to become more involved, but they haven't gotten the ball to her, and that's what I'm talking about. Establish the middle.
That's the same group of passers virtually over there. Lions added in with Lishman. We'll have to see if they can generate some middle attack here in the second set. Interesting with Hannah Lishman. Keep an eye on that, the libero number 37, wearing black on the NVA blue-clad side. She had 90 attempts at reception. Teams have been targeting her. There's only one player with more attempts, and that was Peterson with 99, Jamie Peterson. Kevin Barnett alongside former professional player Heather Cox and Olympian Keith Michael. We've seen her wandering the floor, jumping in the huddles, and getting you the inside information here on a Wednesday night. First set ended with an ace in the second.
That's just the way you want to start. Get the momentum off in a hurry, and a nice job by Lori Corbelli, the facilitator, as well as Betty De La Cruz, finding those open areas of the court. Valentin Anderson just patrolling on Team Blue to try to get that offense going.
Lines dug by Noma. To the cheers from the sidelines. Lishman pops that one up. Betty again. That time down the line. Defense is there once again. That ball is going to be tight. Finally, Shayla terminates.
So look at Lori Corbelli, longtime coach at Texas A&M, alongside her husband John, who's, I love it. Lori's here loving it, but John's in Hawaii while Lori's here in Dallas being a facilitator. John hanging out with his parents in Hawaii, and Lori said she's loving it. She said, I'm officially retired, and this is the best gig in the history of retirement.
You didn't mention that John is loving it. There's no doubt that he is.
Well, that was assumed.
Okay. Roll shot again into the middle. We've seen a couple of balls fall as we look at Lori Corbelli there.
It all starts with the transition. Lishman doing a nice job back-to-back digs to keep things going for Team Blue. And Valines, boy, the combination of Valines and Stalzer, I love the draft choices from Valentin Anderson getting those two on the outside.
All right, so Taylor Bruns taking roots in early in this one. There's a little inside move. Noma cannot quite cover at the block. Victorious.
Betty right into the hands of Ali Bastianelli, who has proved to be such a powerful blocker throughout the first week and a half of play.
Overhead transition opportunity dug by Fairs. Shayla quick to the outside.
Boy, what a crank. I mean, that was a tough set. And somebody that doesn't have the veteran experience and all of the international experience that somebody like Sheila Castro has, playing for the Brazilian national team, winning 2 gold medals, it doesn't get this ball in. I mean, watch this. It's very tight, low, and inside, and she just gets it right inside the hands of the blockers. I mean, that's like a 1-foot line. Didn't have a lot of pace or velocity, but gets the job done.
Betania. Straight down the line. Lishman pops it up perfectly. Inside's out. Well, give some credit to Hannah Lishman, the 4-year starter for the Pepperdine Waves there in Firestone Fieldhouse. Stepping right in.
Yeah, this second set, she has been critical to their success. I mean, really, and that's what you want from that libero position. You want them taking a huge percentage of the court.
There's that little delay from Zara Thomas. Jump, set, wait, almost back on the floor and shoot that.
And then just that quick set, the quick flick of the wrist. Likes to run a very low, fast offense. The whole reason you do that is to beat the blockers. Get the ball to your hitter before the blockers can get up.
Worked perfectly in that case. Ari Shui, another ace.
Ari Shui, as you mentioned, playing with that injured right thumb. Didn't get to practice a lot during week 1. Didn't play much in that second match, but came alive in the third.
Bastianelli can't put that one away. There's a really nice bump set from Shui, and it pays off. Shayla, another kill.
Yeah, I just love Shayla's game. Proving that you don't need power to be effective and rack up the kills. The key is to look at the block, look at the defense, and hit them where they're not. Simple game, right, Kevin?
Sometimes.
Sounds so easy. Shayla makes it look easy. It certainly isn't. 4 kills now for the Brazilian.
Ace serve in the corner. Ari once again.
Another ace for number 58, Ari.
She is racking him up. Three aces now for Ari Shui.
Perfect delivery to Bastianelli on the right side. Her numbers coming out of week number 1. Pretty impressive. She had 4 aces. She had 7 blocks. She hit .412 with 16 kills, yet found herself at 23 because she was on a team that went 0-3.
Yeah, that's all, you know, padding up the individual stats, not getting the team success to get the stats.
I mean, that's the bad news if you're on that team, because that ball is dug perfectly and set over. Stalzer rips it again. And that one's put away by Lowe. I mean, the bad news is you're on a team that goes 0-3. The good news is probably someone this weekend goes 0-3, so you can leap up above them. There's a lot to be decided yet.
One, the captains are watching your individual performance, so they obviously know how successful Bastianelli is, and that's why she got drafted where she did. Meanwhile, a great back row attack from Karsta Lowe.
Noma from way back to Shayla once again. Trying to craft another kill, nearly does. Again, defense on both sides. More heat from Stalzer on the outside. Let's go to Key. I think she found Kylie Pickerel from last year.
Hi, I'm here with Kylie. She was a player last season, and we also bonded because we're both YouTubers, and we geek out on photography and things like that. We actually met in France like 2-3 years ago.
Yeah.
But it was
2019, 2020.
Yes.
We played against each other.
And it was so cool having you here last season. Someone else who just had their camera out every once in a while. What was your experience like at Athletes Unlimited?
So it was super fun. Obviously, we weren't able to have fans and everything like you can now. So, you know, always hanging out with the girls and like getting to meet new people. The first team I was drafted to was Jordan Larson's, and never in my entire world did I think that she was ever going to like say my name or anything like that. And so just getting to meet
meet people that I never thought that I would because the sport of volleyball is like one of the coolest things.
I feel like I had the same experience when I saw Jordan for the first time. She's like, oh yeah, we played against each other. I'm like, you know who I am?
Yeah.
Same thing with Shayla. I kind of like stumbled over my chair the first time I saw her, but you know, we're not embarrassed. We're just, we roll with it. And what are you sort of up to now? Is still playing volleyball? Still an athlete?
Oh, it's so quiet. Yes, still trying to play volleyball, trying to be an athlete. I would love to explore the option of doing AU again, go to Puerto Rico, something like that. But I live in Las Vegas now. My boyfriend is there. He plays for the Raiders, so.
And I was asking, I kept trying to get you to come to one of my basketball games.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
Because I wanted to interview you on the sidelines there, but we're making it happen now at volleyball.
In my hometown.
Yes, it's so cool that you're here. And is there anyone in particular that you're sort of watching?
Let me give you my list. Liana, Taylor Bruns, Deja, Taylor, Erica, Karsta, Allie, Lindsay Stalzer, Betty, Shayla. Basically everybody that played last year or that I'm friends with that's new this year. Like Taylor Fracano didn't play last year, but we've been friends for years. We were rivals at UNC, so cheering for her. There's just everyone. Molly McCage, like everybody. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, AJ, your boyfriend AJ Cole, if you're watching at home tonight, thanks for letting us borrow Kylie. We appreciate it. Back to you guys.
It's a love fest with Key. It's all good vibes. Back to action here, 10-7. And Betania has commanded the ball.
Yeah, she is heating up and really asking, taking over as a captain, saying, feed me. When you play like this, especially out of the back row, why wouldn't you feed her every single time?
What would you change in terms of blocking to deal with what has become a Betania show out of the back row?
I'd like to see them get 2 blockers up.
Okay.
Why not? If you can, you know the ball's going to go to her. Pinch the seams and get 2 blockers up.
Left-handed tip, Karsta full steam ahead to pick that one up. Outside, inside, X1 is good. So we've seen Betania on the left, we've seen her for an X1, we've seen her for a Vic, we've seen her on the right.
We've seen her everywhere. Yeah, she just rotated into the front row after that back row attack that we saw, and then that outside-inside play. 7 kills now. Check that. 8 kills. Just racking them up as I speak.
Yeah, waiting for our stats to update. It can't keep up with the offensive output of Betania de la Cruz. Trying to take advantage of Nuchara out there against Stalzer. Smart setting from NBA.
Yeah, very smart. As a setter, you always need to know where the blocking weaknesses are, and 9 times out of 10, it's at that right front position, especially with Tom Com. Such a gifted setter, but not gifted in the vertical department. Just 5'7", and she's a leaper. She's just not very tall.
Oh, what a save from Shayla. That ball was in. Then a pretty good pass to the middle. Shayla Castro pulls one out of her pocket. And I hope you didn't lip read Molly McCage.
Amazing instincts, just jabbing at that, and I love that they turned lemons into lemonade on that play.
That one shanked over. Betty, another perfect play by Shayla. Back to back, Shayla in off plays, showing her incredible touch. And that will cause a timeout at 14-8. Shayla Castro saved the last couple of balls for Team De La Cruz, and it's resulted in back-to-back points and what is now a 6-point advantage here in the second set. Athletes Unlimited is full of different sports. Started with softball, volleyball, lacrosse, added basketball. That season just concluded. The question is, if you're an athlete, you feel like you could play another sport. What would it be, athletes? What would it be?
All 3 other Athletes Unlimited sports seem incredible.
I do think there's a difference between which one I would want to play and which one I would be good at playing. I would play lax, but I'm terrible.
I have to go with lacrosse because it's the only one I've never played.
They make it look so easy, but it is not easy. Maybe basketball.
I played basketball. Maybe I can be a good point guard. I'm fast. I play volleyball because there's a net, so I can be aggressive as I want to. I'm not going to hurt anyone.
I want to hit somebody with a stick.
So I don't think basketball would be my strong suit, just knowing myself. But I love softball.
I've never played softball before, but it'd be fun.
The only issue with that is I'm really bad at any sport that involves a club or a bat or anything like that.
Yeah, I'd give it my best shot and just try to be like Gwen, right?
What a performance by Gwen Svekis.
And that shirt will be out soon. Just be like Gwen. That shirt will be in the AU shop as you look at Natalia Valentine Anderson. NVA, right? You could just go with NVA. You could abbreviate it. That would be fun. She could be Team NVA. That's what she is. Except on the other side, number 40 in white, you have Nomaris Velez Agosto, also NVA.
What are the odds?
Oh, my goodness.
That's killing you. Well, luckily for you, the NVA on Team Orange is not the captain.
True.
So you can just go NVA for Team Blue and a little Betty for Team Orange.
What if we had Team NVA versus Team NVA?
That'd be sweet.
Oh, that would be sweet.
It was kind of like last week when we had Team Cruz versus Team De La Cruz. Just
Right.
crushed me.
Hashtag announcer problems.
Yes.
As we look at our Geico leaderboard, Betania has climbed 929. Now that is deceptive because we are going to see Danny Drews coming up. She had the 410 points last weekend. 410. That was clear of Karstelo's 357, the second best total last weekend. That was how good that 410 was.
Yeah, that was just a clinic.
Fans, let's talk about the Unlimited Club, because joining that will enable you to stay connected with Athletes Unlimited all year long. There are 4 membership levels. Listen, you can start it free, so we've got something for everybody. Sign up by downloading today the Athletes Unlimited app. It's in the Google Play and Apple App stores. You can also go to auprosports.com if you need more information. I don't know why you would. You know how to download an app. Go ahead, do it right now.
Well, you know what another perk is? If you join the Unlimited Club, you get to vote for Team MVP. A total of 3 MVPs are selected after each match.
Heather Cox with the inside info for you as that ball finds the line from Karstelo, and Team NVA gets out of rotation 1. 14-9. Team De La Cruz. Now this is very similar to the first set. It at one point was 21-14, and Team De La Cruz had the lead. Here we go all the way to a deuce set. Oh, that ball cut inside by Betty once again and nearly chased down by Karsta. She has hit that sharp angle a couple of times.
Betty just getting stronger and stronger as the match progresses. I think the bench likes it a little bit.
Yeah, Taylor Fricano and Emma Willis, well done. Bravo.
Do you get the sense that as the season wears on, we're going to see more and more like intricate, like choreographed celebrations from the bench?
We should.
I mean, we saw it in week 1, and I think it's just going to get more and more. Sort of like the NFL end zone.
Exactly. Liana Sabelled it with an exhale on that one. A little bit of offense finally from number 30, who was a big factor last year and has yet to hit her stride in this season. She will be subbed out. Now here's an interesting difference. There are 6 subs, which is already different than if you watch women's collegiate volleyball where there are 72 subs per set. There are only 6 subs, but you can come and go as many times as you want. In theory, you could sub the same player 3 times. That is allowed, unlike international play.
I like it. What that does is gets you the best talent on the court at all times to make the best product, to make the best volleyball at all times for Athletes Unlimited.
Barcelo in transition. 15-11. So you can use your serving sub multiple times, and this has been a scoring rotation for Team NVA.
So if you're Team De La Cruz, you want the other NVA, Noma Velez Augusto, to take the majority of the passes, try to side out for a team.
Shayla left side is in.
Nice middle by number 13, Shayla Castro.
Shayla is having herself a nice start to week number 2. Checking out her numbers. She's hitting over 200 now.
She does such a nice job keeping the ball in front of her so she can always see the block and see the defense. She has an innate ability to find the empty deep corners or that sharp cross court. Really just sees the defense so well and puts the ball where they aren't.
Yeah, you might say, Kevin, 200 is not a great number. Well, if you look at the types of sets.
Right, and what she's doing with them.
She's a sanitation engineer out there.
Yeah, absolutely. Making lemons out of, or lemonade out of lemons.
Oh, I thought you were going to say lemonade out of garbage, but.
That too.
Or time travel out of garbage, depending upon what you have in the back of your DeLorean. That ball is killed.
We haven't seen a ton of Aaron Fairs either. We talked about how she moved up her draft status after a great week 1 performance.
Number 58, Ari.
Substitute teacher, now full-time teacher. Erin Fairs, back at her old high school, said, "Do you like teaching at your high school?" She said, "Yeah, it's comfortable, it's fun."
A little math and science, she's a smarty pants.
Oh, what a nice delivery, but a miss. Nobody but Ali Bastianelli remotely ready for that one.
Substitution for Team Valentin
As Maddie Valine is back to serve. I like this hybrid serve. Had 136 aces in her collegiate career.
And if I think I'm going area 6. Try to get the ball to Betty. Put as much pressure as you can. Keep it away from the libero. Nice. Does just that.
Good call by Heather Cox. That ball looked like it was down on the floor. In fact, the linesman called it down. I think you'll see a challenge if Dela Cruz doesn't win. Now the point is good.
Nice kill by number 13, Shayla Castro.
18-13. Now, does she back up? Looks like she's on the back line almost now at the surface itself.
There's still like a foot that she could use if she needs it. Big ramp up to the serve.
Still 4 inches or less from the line. Nice touch by the block, transition to Fairs, who bangs it right through. 19-13, Team Dela Cruz not relenting in this one so far. Let's jump down. Deja McClendon joins us. Hi, Deja.
Hey, guys. How are you?
Hey, a big change in role for you this week. How are you coping with that?
Good, actually. I think being a captain, you have so much to think about. This week, I really know I need to go in, I need to pass and play some defense. That's it, Maddie. The biggest thing for me, too, is keeping the energy high, right? We have to have that stability and be able to, yes, fight through these points. Everything is point to point now for us.
So what have you been able to tell your team? What have you guys talked about in the huddles to really help turn this match around?
Focusing for points, for chunks of points. You could see we had to come back like kind of with a run in the first set, and that was that immediate focusing in on every next point. So for us, I mean, really right now, we need to do the same thing. Yes, that's it. Sorry, I'm trying to focus in.
No, you're good. We love it. We saw you as a captain last week. How have you been able to kind of take what you learned in that captain role to really help Natalia out this week?
You have to delegate. I mean, there's way too much to focus on as a player already. So, you know, figuring out who on your team can play what role and giving that immediately to them so that you can make sure that everything gets done and nothing falls through the cracks.
What was falling through the cracks early in both of these sets for your side?
I really do think we've been attacking and getting great block touches and playing defense. I think there's a couple of miscommunications at the wrong time. And just a little bit of fire, you know? Like, we're right there. We need to have that fire and continue on with that focus that we were talking about.
Deja, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Thanks, Deja.
All right, Deja McClendon, star at Penn State University, played a number of years overseas now, and part of Team Valentin Anderson. Look for a net violation in this one. Captain's challenge from Team Valentin Anderson.
They are thinking that number 88 orange, Nutsar Tomcom, is into the net here. Watch her body. I'm going no net. Does Allie get it at the end there? No. Or excuse me, McCage. No net. I don't see a net, Kevin.
No net is the call. Confirmed. A look at the challenge rules. The captain's challenge is 2 per set per team. Use it or lose it, that's how it works. You can challenge ball in or out, net or block touch, and all manner of line faults. April Frick and Tong Win are officials. Nice deep attack, Sibelden involved.
That's exactly what you wanted. Let's get Liana Sibelden involved in the middle. And Ali Bastianelli as well. They just need to continue to run the middle. 2 kills now for Liana. She's got to turn to her center and say, give me the ball.
Yeah, Liana trying to rebound, and so far a success. Oh, Shayla starting to get a little steam on it. Tight, Betty. Tip into the middle, still alive. What a save. The cage tight behind that time with the backslide.
Yeah, and I love the play. Actually, Nutsara Tomcom, the setter, saw that it was a free ball, turned to her team and called the play while it was happening and called the cage on that slide. I mean, just so veteran. The game just slows down the longer you play, and with that high free ball, she had time to audible a free ball call.
Betty, high hands. Got him.
What a great opening week for Betty De La Cruz. 200 or more leaderboard points in all 3 matches of week 1. She, along with Madison Valines, the only 2 in Athletes Unlimited to do that.
What a start for Valines. That's good company.
Yep.
Lishman, good pass. Left-handed smash down. A little push.
Yeah, Valentine Anderson listened either to me or Liana. Let's give her the ball. The more and more you can feed the middles, the easier the game gets for everybody. A little 31 attack away from the setter, splits the block.
Liana working full-time here, cybersecurity marketing analyst. Nice pickup by Valines. And it does not pay off because the block sends it into the deep corner.
Great redirect that time. Ari Shui does a nice job turning her body back into the court so she doesn't get tooled.
All right, our overall 48-40 right now. Remember, that's how you win the match. We're going to play 3 sets. That aggregate score is what's going to carry it. We'll award 60 team points based on that score and the victory. Outside, conservative, picked up. Both setters with defense in this one. Valines. And she doesn't need much time to be powerful. Oh, nor does Betty. Set point here in the second. Extending their lead late this time. Team De La Cruz.
Now serving set point number 88.
Team De La Cruz closes this out. They'll be looking for a possible sweep. What a start to the weekend.
Not only a lot of points, but a cash bonus as well.
NBA with the dig. That's Nomaris. Inside Nutsara. Shayla. Well, it's like an international all-star call there with those 3 players, and finished off by Valines, who's a budding star of her own.
And now is when you have to be perfect if you're Team Valentine Anderson. Obviously, serve has to go in or set's over, but then you want to serve tough enough to take Team De La Cruz off the net to really set your block up to score on defense.
Well, a 9-point lead would be nice, but a lot of breathing room if you're Team De La Cruz if they can close this point. Hands. Missed him. Will we see a challenge? No. Betty knows she missed.
I like the idea, though. Swing high, swing for those high hands, get the touch, because if you get that touch, that ball is unplayable. That's going 20 feet long.
That's an international trick right there with all the big blocks that are out there. Spelled again. Shayla blocked. So another point earned. Will it matter? These are huge. Absolutely huge. 24-20. Timeout called, Team De La Cruz.
Team De La Cruz really trying to ice Liana Sibelden, make her think about the serve and the importance of it.
Can't do that. You can't ice a penguin.
Okay, fans, get out your phones and open your Athletes Unlimited.
Liana Sibelden. Finally. Look at that. A little bit of a half smile. A little bit of a relief. It was a tough week.
Well, it just feels good to get into rhythm, get some sets, and really be able to show what you're capable of.
Yeah, now contributing from the service line as well. Sibelden's line, she's 4 for 9, hitting 440. Already with an assist and a dig. There you go. That's what we were expecting from number 30 in blue. Well, we had an opportunity here. Let's learn more about Lindsay Stalzer.
I've been so fortunate to have a great following in, most of the places I play, but especially in the Philippines. I think their culture is just such a warm and loving culture. I would go out to lunch with them sometimes. There's a small group that formed the Lindsay Stalzer fan club, and so we're still in touch today. They're friends now.
Is there a Facebook page? Can I join, like, the Stalzer fan club?
You bet.
Where is that?
See, why not? Where's the Kevin fan club?
There's no club like that.
How many members?
It's like 2.5 people, yeah.
I'll join.
One person joined and then just never is there, so that's the half. Yeah. We'll be at 3.5 if you're in. Lindsay Stalzer, boy, she does have a fan club, and deservedly so. Yeah, give those quads a little bit of a pounding. They're ready to go again. A high-flying number 29.
Already 6 kills on the match, hitting .230.
Yeah, and you saw her sky for that throwback on Sheila Castro early on. Fans, you can see just how high Lindsay Stalzer can jump if you come and join us in person at Fair Park Coliseum. 3-game and 5-game flex plans for you. We have courtside seating this year. Get your tickets today, auprosports.com/tickets. And come and be a part of the festivities here at Fair Park. You know, I would say put your phone away and watch the match, but they're probably just downloading the AU Sports app.
Or, maybe getting involved social on Twitter, on Instagram, giving a little AU love.
Telling Key what to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hashtag Key, come interview me. All right, 24-20. Where do you want them to go here? Where do you want Team Dela Cruz to go on their now 4th opportunity to close this out?
Well, I'd like him to serve area 1 or area 5. Those are the deep corners down the line. Keep it away from the middle of the court. And Bella Zagasto, the libero, is going to try and take every ball that she can. Go corners, especially I like area 6. Serve Betty.
Or miss it, and we're done.
The ice worked.
Indeed it did. 25-20, but good work done by Team Valentine Anderson towards the end there. 49-43 is the score you want to follow as we head into the 3rd set. That 6-point advantage. Fans out there, do you have a cheat day food that you love? Do you even believe in cheat day? We ask the players about this sort of thing. Athletes Unlimited Volleyball is sponsored by Guaranteed Rates.
There is a path that leads to a community where everyone is welcome, where respect, teamwork, and passion pave the way. A path where greatness is born and legends are made. But wherever your path may lead you, it is yours.
Favorite cheat day meal? Ooh, cheat day meal? My favorite cheat day meal, I actually bought it when I was at the store. Kraft mac and cheese.
I love popcorn. That's like actually it's my favorite food, and I love peanut butter M&Ms. So I like combining those together.
Sometimes you just want to feel like you're a kid again.
I don't know, I don't really believe in like cheat and not cheat. I kind of just like eat whatever I want or try to. But I really love pizza.
I love pizza. I love pizza.
Maybe a hot Cheeto pizza. It's got to be fried chicken of some kind.
It's not really a cheat, but I love steak. Is Mexican food cheating? I don't know. If it is, that one. Mexican food, love it.
Yeah, that's about it. Just a lot of junk.
For the second year in a row, Dallas, Texas is our host. This beautiful American city has the best volleyball on the planet happening right now. 25-23, 25-20. Team Dela Cruz so far with a clean sweep in the opening match of week number 2 of what will be 5 on the year. Welcome back inside. Kevin Barnett alongside Heather Cox. And Heather, through 2, it's been Team Dela Cruz. What can the other side do?
Slow down Betty. I mean, that's got to be the #1 thing that you're saying to yourself in that huddle. And you really, I think the best way to do it is maybe put too much on her. Try serving her as much as you can, really getting her involved and wearing her out, because she is carrying the majority of the load for her team.
All right, we just heard the players talk about their cheat day foods as well. They're exciting foods. What's your cheat day go-to?
Well, does it count if it's an almost everyday occurrence? I love chocolate chip cookies, but I'm kind of a snob. I want them to be really good, fresh-baked, warm chocolate chip cookies. That is my go-to desert island must-have.
So you're constantly cheating?
Constantly. How about you?
No, I don't believe in it. It's garbage. It's not true. Just if you want cheat, if you just want to eat what you want to eat, go work out.
Gotta listen to your body,
burn
right?
the calories, man. Just burn them.
Enjoy life.
Yeah.
Life's too short. Eat what sounds.
How about Key Michael? Key, do you cheat or you just go with the flow?
You guys, I also don't believe in cheat days. I think food is food. You should just, enjoy your life. You live your life. But if I had to choose one, it would be mint chocolate chip ice cream. I know, I'm a weirdo and no one else likes that flavor. Prove me wrong. I think it's amazing.
Key, does it have to be green?
Does it have to be what?
Green.
I like it to be green. That's the kid in me. I know, I like all those flavors and fruit dye and all the bad stuff. If you're gonna cheat, go full cheat. Full send on the cheat.
Key Michael, full of yellow dye, #5.
You know what, Key? My husband's favorite is mint chocolate chip as well. You guys could have ice cream together.
Yeah, I'm a fan.
You know
it's
what?
not bad.
It's great.
It's not. It's good. It's amazing. I'm a friend. I'm already a fan of your husband. We need to hang out.
I'm taking a cookie over ice cream every day of the week.
All right, well, now we know what we're doing later after we get done with match number 2. Very good. Very good. So we're through 2. Team Dela Cruz has won them both. How have they done?
Well, look at the offensive numbers. After the first set, they were very even with the kills, but Team Dela Cruz made some distance. 5 more kills than Team BA. Also look at the aces, 5 service aces, because the blocking has actually switched sides. Actually, Team Blue did a nice job in that first set.
All right, Team Dela Cruz, can they get the sweep? If you want to get involved, it's at AU Pro Sports. It's #AUVB. We are in Fair Park Coliseum for this evening for 2 matches. 1 more set now and 3 more later on Bally Sports. Hope you will join us. That ball is blocked. There's a start.
Yeah, and actually, you know what? Team Blue has been blocking nails the entire match. That stat was unfortunately incorrect. There's 10 team blocks so far for Team Blue, and that is the way that they've stayed in this match.
Shayla's over. So Shayla's biggest obstacle thus far in Athletes Unlimited has been the lines.
Exactly, the 3-meter line and the service line.
50-45 in the overall. A lot of work to do here to get that overall. Ace serve, doing work from the line as the captain. 3-0 opening.
You see the areas of the court that are open with this view. Love serving the seams. You never want to, when you're a player and you're at that service end line, you don't want to look at players, you want to look at gaps between the players.
3 is the largest lead that team in VA has been able to generate. They can't add to it there. First side out of set 3. Betania. The Big Beth on Instagram. And look at that hair for Betania Dela Cruz. She has all the colors in her hair this year. It was a big thing last year. When you switch teams, you would put that team's color extension into your hair. Betania just went all 4.
She's ready for the entire season. I got it all covered.
Ace serve back the other way. That's veteran experience. Sorry, Tomcom issues the ace there.
And a very strong point scoring rotation now for Team De La Cruz. 3 hitters across the front and all like huge international veteran experience with Betty De La Cruz, Ari Shui, and Shayla Castro.
Going right past the block is Vines.
Good redirection, really trying to spread the ball antenna to antenna. Valines getting right inside the hands of the middle blocker.
Nice connection, well off the net. It's not enough though. There's a kill back the other way. The aggressor early on, the women in blue.
Karsten does a nice job that time, shortening up her approach. The set was a lot lower and a lot quicker than she was expecting, and she took a step away. Usually it's a 3-step approach. She just went with 2 quick ones to get to the ball.
Oh, that one right off the face of Noma. It was still alive. Another ace serve. Wow, a lot of aces to start this third set.
Team Valentine Anderson certainly getting the aggregate closer, within 2 points now.
Right side, Betty, tip, and that one finds the floor. And Key has found someone whose special day it is.
Hi guys, I'm here with Taiba Hanif Park, 3-time Olympian, 2-time silver medalist, and now, well, last year you were a facilitator, and now what's your role?
Director of sport for Athletes Unlimited Volleyball.
And what is different from last season to this season?
I think in terms for me, I get to be more of an advocate for the players. I really get to help them set the policy and just make change all throughout the league.
And are you enjoying this role? As opposed to last season, I feel like you were more hands-on, you got to be at the training, you were like hitting balls. I know we were talking blocking and tactics. Pretty much every day you were there helping me get extra reps. Are you still doing that kind of stuff, or are you?
I am, it's a different part of tactics. I got to do the X's and O's, but this time I get to be more of a player advocate. I get to be an advocate for the coaches, and so I think it is an emotional roller coaster being an athlete out there, and I had the most thoughtful, profound talks last year as a coach, and now I get to have that even more as a director of sport.
And you just accepted a role at Oregon.
I did, yes, assistant coach.
I'm so excited for you. I feel like you're meant to be a coach. I don't know why. You meet some people and you're just like, I feel comfortable with you. I feel comfortable giving you, all of my weaknesses and you just helping me out with that. You have that personality. And also, okay, second of all, it's your birthday today and you did not tell me.
I didn't tell anybody, it's okay.
I would have brought you something. I would have made a cake or something. I'm not a very good
when you get to be over 40, they're all the same.
You don't look a day over 30, my dear.
Thank you.
Well, it's so good. I'm so happy that we have you here, and I think the players will copy this sentiment that you're doing a great job, and we love you.
I love you guys. You're doing an awesome job. I love the key cam.
Well, thanks so much for being on it, and Kevin and Heather, back to you guys.
I like how Tiba said she didn't tell anybody. She's wearing a crown. This is happy birthday. What do you mean you're telling the world this?
I get that's technically your crown is telling the world that it's your birthday.
It is. This is from baby Riley, Joe's daughter.
That's so sweet of her.
Well, the University of Oregon and Athletes Unlimited so lucky to have Taiba Hanif, an incredible player, and that's just carried on to coaching. Matt Ulmer at Oregon, going to be so lucky to have Ty join them when Athletes Unlimited is over.
Oregon's going to be lucky to have you. Thank you.
All right, 9-5.
It's crazy. Taiba was telling me that she got the contract and signed it, and the next morning was on an airplane to go scout for University of Oregon women's volleyball.
Hey, get right to work. That's what Olympians do. High hands popped up. Lishman gave it all she had. Not enough.
Once again, going to Betty De La Cruz. And mean, everybody in the gym knows it's going to Betty anytime that it can. So if you are Team Valentine Anderson, you need to really cheat towards her. Always get at least a double block up. I don't know, why not triple her?
Yeah, well, when you know when the setter's in the front row, that's definitely going to have both teams trying to set over those smaller setters. Karsta got there. What a move. Ball fast and tipped again. Wow, I'll tell you what, tip coverage is in the offing for practice tomorrow, and I'm the captain of the women in blue.
Absolutely. I mean, you have to know that Nutsara Tomcom is in the front row, and yes, she's only 5'7", but she is an offensive threat, especially when she jump sets, because it holds the blocker. If she jump sets a lot, which she does, then every once in a while sneaks in an offensive tip, it's very hard to defend.
We've seen already 3 tips go down. Keep an eye on the feet here for Shayla Castro. She's going to be close again. By her standards, that was actually far.
Good inch.
Fair's just going to hit on 2.
Why wouldn't you?
And that one will sneak over. I love mint chocolate ice cream too, says Maddie's back sets. That middle's block. All right, I love it. Getting a lot of support out there, Key.
Yeah, I just saw one from Stephen Valines as well, Madison's husband. Liking what he's seen out of his wife, Madison.
Typical baseball player, just all the extra time in the world. You know, hang out, we're at the park, it's fun. We're playing a few minutes, maybe we'll throw the ball.
Did you get cut from like your Little League team or something?
I had a terrible Little League experience, yes, I'm scarred still. Sorry, Steven, I'm just lashing out. Noma with another dig. Can it be closed by Aaron? Big cut, yes.
What a kill for number 7.
Boy, Erin Ferris is just quietly getting it done for her team. 11 kills now, hitting .333. It starts with the Castro pancake to keep the transition alive. You know, we talk about things that we've seen here in Athletes Unlimited so far in the first week and a half. I think we've seen an inordinate amount of pancake digs, Kevin. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm in favor of a full stack. No one likes a half stack of cakes. Just hungry and unsatisfied. We've seen a lot of people charging, to your point. Never giving up on a play. 4-0 run. A little soft touch from Dustin.
Castro going for the back-to-back pancake. Didn't get it that time. Bastianelli, as often as we can call it Bastianelli and Sebeldon's names for Team VA, we are going to have success for Team Blue. They need to get the ball into the middle of the court.
You going TVA? That's a famous club here in Texas.
Kind of mixing it up. I need to find my rhythm here with what I'm going to call them.
Bang through the block from Shayla Castro. 10-10.
Boy, from 8-3 to 10-10. Nice little run here by De La Cruz, thanks to much more consistent hitting, not making as many errors, and Erin Ferris has a lot to do with that.
That is just our second tie since 3-3 in the second set. A lot of Team De La Cruz in that second set. Inside the lines. But the lines started with plenty of opportunities. We haven't seen it many in-system opportunities for Madison the lines recently. She picks up now her hitting percentage north of 350.
And that's a great hitting percentage for an outside hitter. You definitely want to be in the 300s. Middle blockers typically higher.
As our Geico leaderboard flashes up, you see already into 1,000. Here's De La Cruz, and she adds to it there.
Sorry to interrupt you. I was just impressed at how much the Lions is moving up the leaderboard throughout this match.
I've been impressed with Madison Lions overall.
Absolutely. You're just trying to make up to Steven for bagging on baseball.
We'll have a call later. We'll sort it out. McCage, tough serve. That's 2 left-handed kills for Sebeldon.
And I think they'll just get better and better, really working on the chemistry. That's the toughest area, I think, of having a new setter every week is that middle chemistry. And you can just tell that they haven't played together very much. And also, Natalia's on her knees. I mean, you know, she's making a really hard set from her knees into the middle, which I like.
Generates a tough serve there. Karsta forced to throw it back over. Deep shot, Lishman overhead. That looked like Mike Dodd. And it results in a kill on the outside for Valines. Another kill for Madison Belines. That will now be 9 on 24.
And you're starting to see why she's just one of 2 players that got 200 or more leaderboard points in all 3 matches of the first week with her opponent today, Betty De La Cruz.
I think Belines does a nice job of putting heat on the ball, but not hitting out on a regular basis.
Exactly, very consistent. Smart attacker, which is exactly what you want when you've got somebody on the outside that has to hit all those garbage shots.
Well, there's a dig, and there's a roll shot right on point, number 23.
Exactly. If you're an outside hitter, you have to know that that ball's coming to you in system, but also when everything's going wrong, that ball's going to get tossed to the outside to you. Nice cross-court dig that time. Not only she gets the dig, but that in position to transition and finds that open area of the court.
Again, cutting back into that overall lead. Team VA. Got enough of it, yes. The Lions will have to free ball it over. Shui pass, it's overhead of her, and Betty misses. 15-11. So a 4-point lead has them within 3 in the overall, 61-58. All things still possible for Natalia Valentin Anderson and her squad. Timeout, Team De La Cruz.
Team De La Cruz. Take it away.
Natalia De La Cruz knows when to call timeouts. This is the 6th time she has been captain. Kat Osterman, I think your record of 7 times being captain is going to be broken by Betty. 15-11 here in set 3. Kevin Barnett alongside Heather Cox as we look at our Aspiration Aces program. Aces have absolutely been a factor in this one, especially in the 3rd set. And every time they are a big factor, we're putting trees on the planet thanks to Aspiration. Heading into tonight, already 450 trees have been committed thanks to their support. And we've added tonight.
Already we've got 9 aces, 90 trees being planted in this match alone. We've got 3 aces for Team Blue and 6 aces for Team De La Cruz, 2 thanks to Bastianelli.
Timeout going on for Team De La Cruz. That gives Molly McCage a chance to check in with us. Molly, what's happening with your side of the floor right now?
We're just getting stuck in this rotation right here. This is the only one that we're kind of letting too many runs go by. Otherwise, our passing is pretty solid. We just need to get out of this rotation just to get some momentum on our side.
Molly, how important is it that you guys get the ball into you and area a little bit more in the middle?
Oh, I would love that.
Who wouldn't, right?
I know, but we're really good out of system, you know, and so far our passing is a little bit off in this rotation and we can just chuck it high to Betty. Like, I don't hate that either, but I mean, we'll always be up.
You're right, outside hitters are really good out of system. That's a valid point, I agree.
Ours are.
Molly, tell us about your Union of Concerned Scientists partnership for your cause.
Yeah, sure. They are just really focused on the research behind all of the climate issues. So just really giving funding to scientists to actually solve those problems.
I love it. I love it. What has been the best part for you of being part of a men's program on the organization side that you can bring perhaps here to your teams in Athletes Unlimited?
Oh, they've really taught me to just like love the game. They just have the most fun at practice and at games because it's just a different dynamic. A lot of them have to pay to play, you know, because the scholarships are not that many for the men's side. So a lot of them are just happy to be there, and I found that joy through them.
Molly, you're also a member of Athletes Unlimited Player Executive Committee. How have you used that role to really help this professional league grow?
A lot of it has to do with the recruiting. So it's just talking to these wonderful girls and trying to convince them to come give this American League a chance. I think most of it has to do with them and that they took a chance to come here, especially the foreigners having no idea. They're like, sure, yeah, let's support this American League.
Thanks for visiting, Molly.
Yeah.
All right, back into the action goes Molly McCage. The middle blocker right now, but joining us in between as that ball is just wrong.
Service error for Team Valentin Anderson.
And that's exactly what Molly wanted to see for her team, is get out of that rotation that they're stuck in. It's the weakest passing rotation for Team De La Cruz, and now they rotate into a really strong point-scoring rotation with Tom Com at the service line and 3 solid blockers and attackers across the net.
Joe Trinzi is incensed. Gotta be careful he doesn't end up with the yellow card here. That ball might have been out. It's played up anyway. Betty one-on-one. Doug stalls her. Karsta, row one here, still stuck on that left-hand side. Oh, shot is good. Shayla, so smart.
All night long. I mean, her toolbox, it's not just one toolbox. She's got 2 or 3 toolboxes. She has got every tool in the book. Watch off the dig, the Karsta low lefty southpaw shot, and then Tom Com. I mean, look at this. There's one area of the court, and she finds it.
It's more like a Craftsman rolling box.
Yeah, like almost like an IndyCar
Yeah.
pit.
Your dad has a few of those. Just at the net, won by Betty. Flex on it. 15-14. Yep, here it comes.
Look, they've got Fair. There's Betty's son.
We're gonna
Fair
get
on the bench. What is he, a little team manager? I love it.
Need to get a haka going in there or something. That was going to break out. The key cam is inside the action. There is Fair. Unbelievable. 15-14 timeout called by Team Valentine Anderson. Take us inside the game, Heather.
Well, it starts with Lindsay Stalzer being an exceptional blocker.
Another AU sport. I wasn't great at softball. I was pretty good at basketball, but I would like to dabble in lacrosse, see how I would do.
And then out of the middle, we've got Allie Bastianelli just patrolling. Look at this lateral movement. Turns her hips to go press over the block, over the net to get the block. And then for Team De La Cruz, it's all Betty all the time. One-on-one. You've just got Sabolden against Betty. I'm giving advantage to Betty every single time. Betty this time in the front row goes up against 2 blockers and still able to get it past. Sharp cross-court crank. And then this time we've got Tom Com, the setter in the middle of the court, calling the play as the free ball is coming over and going slide, that quick slide though, almost like a back one attack for Molly McCage.
I thought Molly McCage gave a little jab step fake to her left there before she cut back to that tight back set.
Look at those blocking numbers. It's been that way since early in set 1. TVA has just continued to outperform at the net. The reason why is they're serving tough, so they're making Team De La Cruz a little bit predictable in their offense, which allows them to get 2 blockers up in most cases.
Notable in this one, 44 attempts already for Vidania De La Cruz. That is the second highest on the season. She's got a ways to go to catch that Karsta low number at 56, which involves some overtime sets. And Erin Fairs has recorded a double-double as we look at our Geico defensive play of the match.
Shayla Castro has just been so valuable in every area, but check out the pancake, my favorite play of the match so far. The Geico defensive play, keeping her team in it. She's been so smart defensively, but also so crafty offensively. I think her leaderboard points are skyrocketing in this match.
At the end of the season, we'll be awarding the Geico Defensive Player of the Year. This Athletes Unlimited award comes with an added $5,000 bonus for the winner, as Nikki Withers, Rai Santos, Molly McCage,
Boy, they're tight, huh?
and Taylor Fricano get in on it.
So much stress over there on the bench. I love how loose the players are, how much fun they're having.
All right, it's our Tomcom trying to get this one tied once again.
You know there's a DJ in the house, Kevin?
I've heard it. I've heard it. Overhead, the Lions misses. We're tied.
Oh, we got some golf.
Your prediction of coordination has come true.
I love it though. They're all 3 teeing off at the same time.
It's a weird tournament. It's a new format. That one missed. Vidania and her squad take the lead. There's our DJ.
He's elusive. He's very elusive. So elusive we can't even see his face. Oh, there he is.
DJ elusive.
I wonder if he's taking requests.
What are you going to go for?
Oh, you shook me all day on it. I mean, that is my go-to. I don't even have to think about it.
That was fast.
I mean, that's my song.
How? Well, AC/DC for pregame Heather, 16-16.
How about you, Kevin? What's your #1 fire-up song?
Oh, man, that's tough. My #1, I don't know.
You send me some good ones.
Yeah.
Olympics, we'd have a fire-up song on the way to the gym every day.
I like The Man.
The Man's a good one.
Yeah, The Man is a good one. The actual message of the song is not a good one. The song is fantastic by the Killers.
Got a good vibe.
Go look it up.
Team De La Cruz.
That and Sabotage.
Nice.
Sabotage always gets me. Listen, all y'all. Sabotage. 17-16. Listen, all y'all. It could be a sweep right now for Team De La Cruz to open the weekend. Popped up high. No Morris under it. Aaron in transition winner. 18-16. Team De La Cruz again with control. 1 timeout remains for the women in blue. When do you use it? That becomes the question now.
I think if they score another point, you call a timeout. 12 kills now for Erin Fairs, 380. Showing value and the reason why she moved up on that draft board.
Possible match victory coming up here. Dig by Betty. Overhead to Shayla. Where do you go? To Karsta? Yes. And Mutsara is just digging everything in that right front, right back spot. Betty, back row. Blocked! Off the shoe, but it still caught some floor. Karsta, a little frustration as it's getting tight here in the third.
Great one-on-one timing by Liana Sabelden. Penetrates her hands just in the nick of time.
Oh, is that ball up is the question.
Let's check it out. Off the foot. Oh yeah, it's right off the foot of Shui, but the whistle is blown, and Betty's hanging on the net.
All right, you can't hang on the net, so no question there. 18-17, still trying to close it, Team De La Cruz.
Serve Betty. Nope.
Looking for 60 points. Shayla, yes, there it is, the overall.
Nice kill by number 13, Shayla Castro.
You can see why Shayla Castro is often regarded as one of the greatest opposite hitters of her generation. Gold medals in 2008 and 2012 with the Brazilian national team because of plays like this. Makes me so sad to think this is her final season of volleyball. She has been such an integral part of worldwide volleyball for so long.
So 60 points and the overall victory going to go to Team De La Cruz. The question is, will they sweep? They have a little work to do here. A sweep would be worth 180 total team points and have everybody climbing the leaderboard quickly. McCage, you wanted a little bit more, Molly.
I love it. We've seen so much of her behind the setter. This time they mixed it up and put her in front of the setter. Keeps Team Blue guessing.
Now you might ask, how does that score work? Well, it is on aggregate, so when you have a 7-point lead going into the third set, when you're leading 50-43 as Team De La Cruz was, as soon as you score 19 points, you are the winner. Trickle ace, no, picked up. Stalls are from way off the net, dug by Betty. Just that platform calm and out there. Fairs, harder swing a second time, and it's a winner. Erin Fairs picking up the pace in transition.
And she's becoming a lot more vocal, Kevin. I could actually hear her calling, telling Tom, come set me the ball. And as a setter, you love that. You love it when your hitters want it and they've got the confidence and you just keep feeding them.
Yeah, let's see if we give it to Fairs once again. She scored 2 in transition late in this third set. Protect the nest, Erin. Well done. Shayla just long, just.
Service error for Team De La Cruz. 14 Valentin Anderson. Now serving 14 Valentin Anderson.
Thank you to our official partner, Geico, for their support of Athletes Unlimited. So we're looking on the third set here. Kevin Barnett alongside Heather Cox, first of 2 on the night, 7:30. We will be back again. Alley Sports will be the host for our second match. Team Stivrins versus Team Drews, 2 brand new captains. Two rookies in the league bringing their squads to the floor for the first time. Outside. The line's dug. Is it in play? Yes. No swing is had. Back row. Stalzer calls for it and puts it away. 21-20.
Stalzer out of the back row, has to hit behind that 3-meter line. Does a nice job being an impact in the back row as well.
Couple different moments. It has looked as though the women in blue. We're going to take this one. Little reverse dump is out of bounds. No touch. Blackjack here in the third.
How about Valentine Anderson's ability to come back and make a charge at the end of set 2 and here in set 3. Didn't win set 2, but got a lot of very valuable points.
That was a weird looking play. Nice adjustment from Erin Fairs, who continues her hot play. 22-20. And Fairs now 14 kills. This can be her highest output and hitting about 400. Wonderful numbers by number 7. She'd like to add a perfect 180 and a little bit of cash in her pocket here. Push, dug. How about Betty from overhead? No.
No touch. Betty's starting to get a little bit frustrated to me. They've asked a lot of her. She's taken 47 swings, Kevin, in this match. The next highest on our team, 32 by Shayla Castro, and then nobody even close.
It's a lot of work for the Vets.
Yeah, I serve her too, if I'm Team Valentine Anderson.
That was a nice dig by Karsta Lowe. And what an athletic move. But it's just long from the line. I'll take that aggression all the time. Keep doing that, Madison. 23-20.
So to give you a sense for the amount of responsibility that De La Cruz is carrying with those 48 swings, for Team Blue, the highest swing total, 39 for Karsta Lowe.
The heat of the line generates another kill and tied once again. Do we go extra time? In match number 1. That was a theme last week for Team Lowe. Extra time most of the time. Betty, that was a big swing. There you go, there's some of that anger and frustration.
And just in rhythm, so pretty. Gets served, which I like that strategy by Valentine Anderson, but Betty passed a perfect 3-ball and was in perfect system for that kill on the outside.
Set point, Utara already has some aces. Good rotation for De La Cruz. The block is out. Betty thought she had it, immediately calls a challenge. Or taps her head for a challenge, but it hasn't been indicated. We've had various symbols. Tap your head, do the C, make a television sign.
And now we've gotten it. We've just gotten a television sign from our up official. So we will look to see if there was indeed a touch and
So
whether that ball landed in or out.
Why not? You have 2. The line's on the right side.
So the ball definitely out of bounds on the block, but the question is, did it touch the lines on the way out? Right? I think it goes by her. Let's see one more time. It's hard from that angle to see if it goes off the lines on the way down. If it did, it happened on the front side of the lines.
Question is, how many pull-ups have you been doing, Madison, the lines? Get the lat on the way down there. Skip right off it. Or the right hip, yeah.
I don't see it there. You'd have to see it from the other side.
All right, the play will stand as called. I'm with you, Heather, because also for the ball to make it that far out of bounds. Oh, what about her hand at the net, our crew is pointing out. How about that?
But the ball could also be in front of her hand, and her hand's just blocking it. The ball doesn't change, the rotation of the ball doesn't change, the speed of the ball doesn't change, so to me it doesn't look like there's a touch.
Doesn't matter now, 24 all. Extra time. A little bonus volleyball for you folks. Hope you're enjoying our worldwide audience. Everyone enjoying the international play of Utara, Tom Com, and others.
Well, we have such an international flair from Team De La Cruz. 4 different countries represented.
The X2 is Doug. And Karsta puts it away. So now, after fighting off a couple of set points, Team Valentina Anderson is trying to get one of their own and avoid the sweep. 40 points yet to be had. Betty. Oh, the tip goes again.
And a huge play by Betty to keep De La Cruz in it. They know how important this is. They want the sweep, they want the bonus points, they want the cash bonus. So much on the line here with winning this set.
Need some cash emoji just to crash down. We get a sweep here. Betty at the line. Fairs, who's been hot in transition, back to the front row. Good pass, Karsta. Covers herself. Stalls are dug by Fairs. But Danya calling for it and missing. No touch.
Shayla wants a touch. She's calling for it.
Yeah, but we're not playing in Brazil, so you can't just have Shayla call for a touch and then get a touch.
In Brazil, you could.
Yes.
Yeah. Watch to see if there's a touch here on the... No, I don't see a touch.
Another set point opportunity. Taking routine again. They've been scoring with this rotation. Shayla just in. Will we get a challenge the other way? No, we will not. The bench waves it off.
And Team De La Cruz going into a great point scoring rotation. Ari Shui has been so solid from the service line despite that injured thumb. She's been so good. Now here's Shayla Castro's swing. Ooh, looks like it could have been a little bit wide, huh?
3 aces for Ari. That ball is close. Close.
Well, that one looked long to me.
Betty's saying she thinks it was in. I agree. I'm with you. I thought it looked long. Doesn't matter. Another opportunity. Third one. Close it out. Get 40 points for the set. Oh, what a set. A little low. McKay just detonates it.
It's amazing what you can do with a good pass. A 3-ball, they judge passes with 1, 2, 3. That was a perfect 3-ball, and it just gives so many options to Tom Com. And look at how quick that delivery is. She takes it so low and then flicks service so quickly. Very hard to read if you're a blocker.
11th tie of this set. A pass and swing to Stalzer. Where do you go? Do you
Right
set
now,
over the setter?
you've got to go down the line and serve area 5.
Okay. There it is. Roll shot, Valines right there. Good footwork, but missed wide. That was for the set.
Boy, and there was hardly a block up. Tom Com was late. I think that Valines just got big eyes thinking that that court was wide open and just got a little too aggressive.
Valines. Good contact there, Doug. Roll shot, McCage throws it back. Betty. No. That's how we started this, long rallies. Getting a long one at the end. Who's got the gas left? Lishman with a lip. Free ball, got to put it away. Betty inside, soft touch for the winner.
Love the way way she mixes it up. You see the heat and then the soft shot. Everybody's keeping, guessing where's Betty going.
Our 7th set point opportunity, 3rd for Team De La Cruz. As we have eclipsed our longest set of the season here in match number 1 in week 2.
Serving set point for Team De La Cruz, number 7, Erin Bears.
Perfect pass outside Lichman. Oh, nice. Good pass and the lines for the kill.
For Team Valentin Anderson, number 55, Ali Bastianelli.
Okay, Bastianelli, pull some more aces. Yeah, you hear Betty? Yeah.
I got this.
4th
Betty,
chance.
now 21 kills on the night.
It hit 240 on a lot of tough swings. 18 digs to go with it.
Yeah, that's
huge.
a nice double-double.
For the set, the cage. That was really long. That was a nice shot from the overhead set. Why not? Just keep going.
Now serving the captain, number 27, Natalia Valentin Anderson.
Bears holding up, passing. Lines with the cover, no swing to be had. These are the ones you have to terminate. Shui cannot do it, and we'll go back the other direction. 31 now. For the women in blue, their 5th chance to win this set. We are just a few minutes away from our 2nd match of the night on Valley Sports, 8:30 Eastern. Be coming your way. That's 5:30 on the West Coast. Tough serve. Betty. Blocked, and it's over. No sweep for you.
What an epic comeback from Team Valentin Anderson, never giving up, showing how important every single point is and how desperate they were to get those set points and also pad those individual stats with that extra long 3rd set. And of course, how perfect that it would end on a block, because Team Valentin Anderson has put on a blocking clinic throughout this match.
We went overtime in the 3rd. Avoiding the sweep and getting 40 team points was Team Valentin Anderson. It finishes 80-75, so it's plus 140 one way, 40 the other. We will be back 8:30 p.m. Eastern, our 2nd game on Valley Sports. Won't you join us? For Heather Cox, Key Michael, and our entire Athletes Unlimited crew who will be back in a few minutes. It's 80-75. Team De La Cruz wins the overall. Team Drews, Team Difference coming up.